More than 10 years after Vietnam joined the World Trade Organization's WTO, the number of domestic and international trade disputes tended to increase. There are many measures to resolve commercial disputes, including going to the court, arbitrations, and mediations. Upon joining the WTO, member states pledged to comply with many of the provisions of the world's largest trading organizations, including provisions to encourage the settlement of trade disputes by other methods than going to the courts. Therefore, for a WTO member country like Vietnam, the settlement of disputes by mediation methods satisfy many requirements.
Trong cái quá trình mà tôi tham gia ở Trung tâm Trọng tài Quốc tế Việt Nam VIAC với tư cách là trọng tài viên từ năm 2002 đến nay, thì cá nhân tôi cũng tham gia xét xử nhiều vụ bằng phương thức trọng tài. Nhưng mà tuy nhiên có những cái vụ mà chúng tôi thấy rằng là đã hòa giải thành công, nhưng mà trong quá trình tố tụng, cụ thể ở đây là cũng có những cái tranh chấp nó liên quan tới các cái doanh nghiệp, ví dụ như là tranh chấp liên quan đến nhập khẩu phần mềm. Tuy nhiên cái doanh nghiệp mà sử dụng phần mềm thì khi cài đặt lên các thiết bị của mình thì lại nó không chạy được trên thiết bị của mình như là mong muốn. Và vì vậy cho nên nếu mà cái vụ này cứ đưa ra xét xử thì sau một thời gian nó cũng sẽ được phán quyết sẽ được đưa ra. Nhưng mà trong trường hợp ấy thì sẽ không có ai có lợi hết. Bởi vì doanh nghiệp thì không sử dụng được phần mềm, tức là nó không phục vụ cho cái công việc của mình. Trong khi đó thì cái doanh nghiệp mà bán phần mềm doanh nghiệp thì bây giờ phải trả một khoản tiền bồi thường. Vì vậy cho nên là cái ví dụ điển hình ở đây là chúng tôi đã tiến hành để hòa giải cho các bên. Thì sau một thời gian hòa giải, một bên đã rút đơn kiện. Và khi rút đơn kiện thì chúng ta có thể hiểu là kết quả nó win-win đối với cả hai bên.
Currently, in commercial disputes, only 1% is settled by arbitrations and 99% is settled in court. The use of commercial mediations helps reduce the court's workload, contributing to cost savings for society. At the same time, businesses will maintain the partnership. Thus, commercial mediation is considered one of the most effective channels for resolving disputes outside the courts and meeting the requirements of the integration process. Thomas G. Gillian is one of the experts in commercial mediation. With many years of practical experience in commercial dispute settlement in Canada, he wishes to contribute to the development of mediation in Vietnam.
So, yes, thank you for your support. Greetings from Tranh Vietnam on VTC10 NetViet. It is time-consuming to solve commercial dispute at both courts and arbitration centers. Vietnam has a new decree on commercial mediation. However, how it is put into force is a matter of concerns. So in today's program, we have a conversation with Thomas Julian, an experienced mediator on this topic. So thank you for joining us. The first question we'd like to ask you is, can you tell us more about the importance of mediation service?
The importance of mediation in Vietnam now is an opportune time for mediation because you have a new decree. As of April 15th, you have Decree 22 from the Ministry of Justice. And it says that we can start mediation centers. Not just the legal system, but access to justice. What do I mean by that? Now Vietnamese people have a choice. They could go to court, they could go to arbitration. When they go to court, somebody wins, somebody loses. They could go to arbitration, for example, to VIAC, the Vietnamese International Arbitration Center. They could go to SIAC, Singapore Arbitration Center. They could go to Thailand, Thailand Arbitration Center. And one person decides who's right and who's wrong. One person wins, one person loses. It's win-lose. Now we have mediation. In mediation, it's very different. It's confidential. It's not public. both parties win. We look for win-win solution.
How has the mediation service been used worldwide and how effective has it been so far?
In 1997, I was a lecturer of York University in Toronto, Canada. Okay? There was no mediation in 1997 in my province in Canada. I was a lecturer at York University, and I proposed with the other lecturers to propose mediation to be part of the court system. Ministry of Justice in Canada, the Attorney General said, okay, we give you 1 year to try mediation. We will give you some cases. We want you, Mr. Thomas, to do a report. We did a report, and the report was amazing. If you want a copy of the report, 44% of all the disputes that went to court were resolved not in 7 years, not in 7 months, but in 7 days. So mediation is very powerful.
Can you tell us more about your assessment on the application of mediation service in Vietnam, especially in the context where Vietnam's economy is developing very quickly nowadays?
Mediation this is a good time for mediation for Vietnam, because in the rest of the world, they're doing online mediation. They're doing online arbitration. Okay? Vietnam is not there yet. We're still developing offline mediation, offline arbitration. I am working with organizations from abroad to open representative office in Vietnam to do online arbitration and our online mediation. Now, Vietnam is a signatory to the New York Convention. So now we could have an international arbitrator decide who will win a case. Okay, online. It's happening every day. And so this is a good opportunity for a good timing for Vietnam. I'm trying to develop the mediation right now in Vietnam, and I'm cooperating with the MOJ, Ministry of Justice, and also with the private sector.
Over the past 8 years, at the Vietnam International Arbitration Center, there have been only 5 commercial dispute mediations. This is a modest figure. Although being a legal document since its promulgation, Decree number 22, 2017 NDCP has spread widely. This decree not only meets the expectation of the business sector, but also meets the expectations of the profession.
Khi mà soạn thảo cái nghị định về hòa giải thương mại thì ban soạn thảo nghị định cũng đã tiếp thu các cái mô hình của nước ngoài, trong đó các cái mô hình của các nước tiên tiến như là Anh, Pháp, Mỹ, Pháp, Thụy Sĩ vân vân. Thì đối với và đặc biệt là còn có một cái mô hình nữa là cái luật mẫu của ANSI-TRAN, thì những cái mô hình đó đã được phản ánh một cách khá đầy đủ trong cái nghị định 22 về hòa giải thương mại.
In order to improve the capacity of faculty and students in handling issues related to international trade disputes, the Hanoi Law University organized a seminar entitled The Intermediary Settlement Method for International Trade Disputes. The workshop provides information on each concept in trade conciliation, a relatively new field in Vietnam.
Khi chúng ta giải quyết bằng phương pháp trung gian hoặc hòa giải thì sẽ tạo thuận lợi cho các bên, tiết kiệm thời gian, tiết kiệm tiền bạc. Các bên doanh nghiệp hiểu biết lẫn nhau và sau đó họ vẫn có thể duy trì được mối quan hệ làm ăn. Nếu Việt Nam làm tốt công tác này thì tôi thấy rằng trước hết mục tiêu đầu tiên đó là thực hiện mục tiêu cải cách tư pháp đã được đặt ra, và mục tiêu cải cách tư pháp của chúng ta thành công thì tôi thấy rằng những người giảng dạy như chúng tôi cũng hoàn thành được một phần nhiệm vụ của mình.
This time we are talking about online mediation service. So can you tell us more about the application of the online mediation service in the world and especially in Vietnam?
I would tell you, It's very popular. I'll give you an example. The European Commission, 5 years ago, they started online dispute resolution service website, and it's working very well. If I'm a lawyer in Europe, I want to file a claim to the court, they will ask you, did you try to resolve the dispute online? If the answer is no, you go to the bottom of the list. Okay, so the European Union is encouraging online dispute resolution. Their court process is part of the dispute resolution process. I don't think Vietnam is ready yet for online mediation. What Vietnam is ready for is offline mediation. We start with offline. Okay, now offline mediation right now. See, if you and I have a dispute, we go to court. What we say in the court is not confidential, but in mediation, it's confidential. Nobody knows anything what I say. Nobody knows what you say. They cannot subpoena me to the court to say, Mr. Thomas, you are the mediator between this company and this company. What did they say? I cannot say anything. We signed confidential agreement.
What are the advantages and also the risks when we apply the online mediation service in Vietnam? Can you tell us more about that?
Law firms are working online anyways. They're sending email. But the problem with emails get hacked. There's no security. So if I'm representing a client, I'm sending my documents to another lawyer, to my customer, there's no security. You know, we have BCC. We don't know where that lawyer is sending my private document. So there's no confidentiality. There's no security in the current system. So right now we're doing online dispute resolution online, but it's not secure. What I'm suggesting is we move it to a secure website. Secure, that we don't use email anymore, because that is 20 years old.
As far as we know, you are also involved in the Asia Pacific Mediation Forum Conference. So can you tell us more about this conference?
Now, Vietnam is hosting the APMF conference in Da Nang, Vietnam, from November 11th to 13th. I am the convener of the conference, and it is on November 11th, which is right after the Asia Pacific Economic Conference. And we are inviting a guest speaker and to start a representative office to work with online e-commerce in Vietnam. So Alibaba, Lazada, and all that. So we will be able to do online dispute resolution online.
Your expectation for the mediation service in Asia and especially in Vietnam in the future?
I suggest now, see, Vietnam now is open to the world. Okay? Now you are part of the Asian community. And now with this conference coming to Vietnam, you are part of the pioneers. We don't want to be the dinosaurs. Okay? We want to be part of the pioneers and be in line with Singapore and Hong Kong and other members of the Asian community and be not dinosaurs, but pioneers to the future.
Once again, thank you Thomas and Julian for joining us and for your meaningful sharings today.
Yes, thank you.
And that's all we have for this episode of Tranh Vietnam today. For comment and feedback, don't hesitate to write to us at trangvietnam@netvietttv.net. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.